It's crazy
I,
what
yeah,
weight loss can do for a person because it's not physically that I see you, it's energetically. And energetically, you're very bright.
yeah. Oh, thanks.
Weight
I'm like,
like that doesn't really allow a person to be bright because
yeah,
energetically you're carrying like really dark, heavy energy.
yeah. I think so. Who said this quote? Someone said this quote. Food doesn't taste as good as skinny feels. Who said that? Kate Moss?
I have no idea. I think so. I think I remember you saying that.
Oh, when I
But
heard
it's
that one, I was
true.
like, yeah,
Energetically, it
it's
just,
so true.
or even like, because you can argue that you have a genetic condition, right? That doesn't allow you to lose weight. And, there's a whole journey to that. But even just moving your body, allowing that energy to flow through you, no
Yeah,
matter what weight you are, is
yeah.
going to have you feeling ethereal, like so light. And that translates into how you look.
When I was so heavy, I had this mindset. It was such a lazy, toxic mindset. Like every time someone brought up workout, I was like, no, I that's not for me. Absolutely not. I'm not doing it. Like I was so not interested. And in my
Wow.
mind, I was like, I'm the biggest I've been, but I'm the nicest I've ever looked. Like I really thought that because I think a lot had to do with like my partner at the time wanted me to
Mm.
gain weight, and the more weight I gained, it was like a
So
feeder.
weird.
Yeah,
That's what it's giving me the
yeah,
energy
it was
of.
like a feeder, and it made me feel good because he was like, "Oh, you look so good, like ass is getting fat." I'm like,
My
"Whoa!" And then
God.
it became like
What does his mom look like?
curvy.
Like bigger than that? Yeah, that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
know. I know, but she's beautiful,
No,
curvy.
well, you're a beautiful person. You would look great, like no matter what
Yeah,
size.
yeah, maybe,
It's
but
more
it
like
energy.
energetically.
She holds it up so good. She has very much queen energy. His
Mm.
mom like holds it up very good. Great boobs, great butt, super cute, and plus size, like just beautiful. And that's like her. I think I'm not that. I was trying to be that,
Trying to be
but on the
something that you're not.
inside, like I've never been bigger because I don't think like I've always been critic to myself, like don't get big, don't get too big. So when I all of a sudden I was like, no, this is what I want to be.
Yeah,
But it
that
was
makes
just really
sense.
unhealthy for me. Obviously, we could see I wasn't doing good.
I had that same thing with my previous relationship. I had finally, like the past few years, I'd finally let go of like needing to work out so that I have a big butt or like needing to eat certain foods to look a certain way. I had let go of it and I was just eating based on what I feel, like what I like, what's colorful.
Yeah.
I was moving my body for the purpose of energy, not to look a certain way, but to feel and do things like spiritually. And then when I got together with him, everything changed. I had to get a butt all of a sudden. Like I had to have a small
Mm.
waist and a butt. I had to get muscles. And so I had to do things to get that. And it's like, that's not me. I like being light. I like eating light and supportive
Uh-huh.
foods that allow me to feel just uplifted and
Yeah.
clear, like clear headed. So
Oh,
I kind of did the same thing. I was like, oh, I need to like do this to look a certain way.
interesting. But at least yours was like you got hot. Mine was just like I'm gonna get so as fat as I
What would you
can.
eat?
Oh, whatever. But we were vegan. That's the
Oh, so a lot
crazy
of
part too.
potatoes.
Yep, a lot of
Yeah.
fries. We would almost have fast food. Like I ate so much, and it was also my first time experiencing being high. So it was
Mm,
like those feelings plus all of that, and I would eat every day to the point where
wait.
my stomach hurted.
Yeah.
That's how like I would eat 5 meals a
You were
day,
telling,
big
oh my
meals.
God,
Yeah,
that's
and
crazy.
then flush it with the shake.
Girl. And then you tell me going to sleep helps you. That would give me the worst sleep of my life. Going to sleep on a stomach like that.
I don't know. I think I was just so full you can't think at that point. It's just like I just want to lay down and not wake up for a bit. And I don't. I sleep till the morning,
Oh my
but then I wake
God.
up like this. But I don't eat like that anymore. I'm having girl dinners.
did that a lot in my teenage years, late teenage, college years.
Yeah. And yeah. But I was thinking,
I really like those movement classes, like Pilates classes.
mm,
They're really nice.
I've
They're
never
really
done it
good for
still.
like soft movement and shaping and toning.
When I got my personal trainer, she's like, "What's the goal?" I'm like, "An ass." Right? What else? Nothing else. That was my only goal. Okay. She's like, "Do you want to lose weight?" No, I want to put the weight on my ass. And then we started working out. The first 3 times we didn't work out any ass. And then I asked her, I'm like, "Why are we not working out this?" She's like, "You need to work on your stomach." I was like, but I was so glad she said that. Because ever since that day, I work out stomach every day, a little bit every day. And it's helped a lot. It was good. That's what her job. Tell me what I need instead of what I want.
Did she say stomach or did she say you needed to build some core first? Because those are two very different, and one is very appropriate and one is very inappropriate to say to a person. Unless you
Uh,
like that kind of
I like
motivation.
that motivation. I want you to keep it real. If I look fat, tell me I'm fat.
But I think you're so
Oh,
beautiful.
thanks. But like, I think it's important though to have people like keep it real because it's not healthy, right? I wasn't healthy at that point. Even though maybe I looked pretty, I was not healthy the way
That's
I was
fair.
eating. And you need someone sometimes to just snap out of it and not take it personal. Like, if I'm fat, I'm just fat, and I need to change that. So when she said that, she's like, "You gotta work on your stomach." I was like, "Okay, I gotta work on the stomach," and it's helped a lot. I could do the plank for a minute now. I could only do 20 when I started. I mean, 20 seconds when I started.
That's good. I mean, as long as you feel good about the experience, great.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Good.
Yeah.
That's literally all that
No, she was
matters.
good. I told her actually in our introduction meeting, I was like, "Don't sugarcoat anything."
Don't expect that from me though, because I like when I love, I just love.
Yeah, but that's
Like I
fine.
say every inch of you just with love.
Thank you.
Like,
No, but she did too.
but she was telling you what you really subconsciously wanted to hear.
Mm. So maybe not what she thought. Or what do
Well,
you mean?
everyone is just a reflection of like your subconscious thoughts. Even I'm just a reflection of
Wow,
your subconscious.
interesting.
You're a reflection of mine. Like we both have something to learn from each other in every exchange.
Yeah,
In every exchange you have with a human
I
being,
have learned
you have.
so much from you. Seriously, I feel like ever since we became friends, especially since we became good friends, I really feel in touch with my feminine side. Like, very. And like, I've always loved flowers, always loved pink, but I've never gone full out, I think. I've always had, like, I don't know, I was like scared to have
I
my
was always
whole
scared of
style.
pink.
Yeah, yeah, pink. I was like scared of
Mm,
pink. And I was scared to have my own style. And then I met you and I was like, I've seen candles that are like flowery. And I'm like, I'm getting those. That's so cute. I just feel
aw,
so like, I don't know,
yay.
girly, I guess.
You make me feel really secure in my self, like my feminine self. I feel like knowing you is like very healing to my feminine wounding because I never feel threatened by you ever.
Mm.
And that's a weird
Oh.
that's like a weird thing for me. I don't
Yeah,
think I've ever felt that in like a girl before.
interesting.
I think it has a lot to do with myself and like the work that I've been doing to
Yeah,
try and like get to that point where I can appreciate a relationship and like a person and a friendship like this. And it's really nice to get to like see it and learn it.
it's definitely my first grown friendship.
I think that's what it
Yeah,
is.
it's
It's
like,
like conscious. It's a conscious
yeah,
friendship.
I have like one friend from Sweden that I've been friends with my whole life, and then there's like you.
I have one friend back
I'm
home.
back home.
Literally
Out here,
one.
we're just sitting inside. Where's my friend? Go to the dog park, see each other. Can we talk?
Can we talk
That
yet?
was like how
We
it
saw each
was.
other for a while.
Yeah, for a little
I saw
bit.
you a few times. I
I know.
remember seeing you talk to this man who, you know what? You really need
I
to
was-
learn how to protect your energy.
in my head,
You're
I'm like,
gonna
oh
live
no,
in
which
Los
one was it?
Angeles. Because I'm thinking back to all these people that I would see you having conversations with, and in my mind, I'm just like, dude, she's literally just draining your fucking energy to this
I
person.
do that too much. I have such a hard time
I
breaking it
learned.
off.
I had one conversation with
Remember, I
each of
told
those
a guy
people,
at
and
the gym.
I like barely smile at them now because I don't. The moment that you give them a smile,
Yeah, I know. It starts. Yeah, I know.
it's just taking from you. I can't handle it. Some days I could a little bit, but for the most part, you really have to learn how to do that.
I
there.
know.
Like
I
you
know.
really have
I
to.
really do. But I did it at the gym.
Did you? Oh yeah, with the
And he yelled
guy.
at me.
Amazing.
I'm not
Usually means you're
interested.
doing
You don't
something
like
right.
men? I was like, I actually love men.
You should. Did you say like with a straight face?
No, I was
No, I
so
just don't like
nice.
you.
No, I didn't say that. I was like, no, I'm not interested, but thank you. And then he's like, do you not like men? I was like, I love men. I'm just not interested. And then he's like, oh, okay. And I was like, but I'll see you at the gym. He's like, And then he walked away, and I was like, da, 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 da.
Don't be so nice.
But I feel like,
But you feel good about it, like
yeah, because
that.
to me, I'm like, wow, because I'm the person to like go up and ask someone, so I know it can be nervousy. So
Oh,
I always respect. I always get very flattered. Like if you come up to me and you're like, oh, I think you're cute. I think it's very sweet, and you're like,
mm,
no. Well, it
well,
depends.
no,
If it's at a
because
gas station,
no, I
it's not so
totally get
romantic.
it.
But if you're
I
actually
totally get
trying,
it. And you want to keep it cool because you're in a gym, like a
I don't care
place where
about
you're going to
that.
frequent.
Oh, I gave a guy my number in the gym. It was the first day at the gym,
Oh,
and
never do
he's
that.
really sweet. But he asked me the other day at the gym. He was mad. He's like, "You don't answer my text," and I was like, "I'm very busy. I'm a very busy lady." I didn't know what to say.
I think that's so weird when a guy says that.
I think
There's a
that's
reason.
yeah. I
There's a
know. Read
reason.
the room.
I had a guy literally do that to me
Well, I mean, it's hard.
2
Read the
days
room. I
ago.
just gave you my number. Read the room. But like, you know what I mean? Poor guys. How hard? You know what? I think it's way harder to be a guy than a girl. I think
Mm,
it's. You don't think so? No, no, no,
You're
not
trying to
in
get
that
us
way.
canceled?
Not in that way. But I think, like, in many ways, it's harder to be a guy. Like, you gotta
No, I could
process
see.
a lot.
Listen, I can see
It's so
that
easy.
perspective from both sides. Like always, it's hard to be a woman and it's hard to be a man. It's hard to be a human.
I don't think
Period.
it's hard to be a woman. I think it's fucking so nice. I
Yeah,
would never want to be a man.
but I think that you've grown up in a semi-safe environment.
It's very safe,
I grew up
actually.
in a very unsafe environment to be a woman. Like
Mm,
very like no stability emotionally, mentally, physically, and I think that that's a large population of the world that grows up from a child feeling like your body isn't safe because someone's touching you or looking at you or just,
mm,
or feeling emotionally unsafe because your parents are calling you fat or your dad's calling you a whore at the age of like 9, right?
yeah.
And mentally unsafe when you don't know how to regulate your emotions because you don't see your parents regulate their emotions. That's the majority of the world.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's
And I
tragic.
think that that happens to both men and women. So
Oh,
I really think
yeah.
it's just like dependent on kind of like how you're raised. I know.
That's deep. But okay, if we speak about just in society,
What?
not based off experience, but
But
just based.
society is based off experience. Society is made up of individuals that have had those experiences and also had the opposite.
Mm,
So if
yeah,
we're
okay.
talking
I
about
guess you're
society,
right.
then
I guess you're right. I don't know.
but
My
it's
experience,
so
I would
it's so
never want to be a
valid
man.
to argue that it's hard to be a man because it is. Like it comes with its own issues. Like imagine that having gone through all that, but as a man,
Yeah.
because men are very physical. Like that's what they have. Their action, their provider, their protectors. So having that taken away from you, you're gonna question who you are for the rest of
Yeah.
your life until you like get a grip on it. For a woman, it's different. We get scared. For a man, you lose like all sense of identity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's great to be a girl, to be honest.
it is. It's wonderful.
And it's just,
It's wonderful to be a
can I have what
girl.
I want? Thanks.
It's wonderful to have a body and have a human
Yeah,
experience.
a woman body.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I would want to come back. I would make a really good man. If I came back as a man, I think I'd make a really good man.
I would have so much fun if I was a man.
I would be so good to like women. Like I would just fucking do anything.
I would just be the way I am right now.
Yeah, that would be the way that I am.
That's
That's how I am. That's why my relationships don't work.
No, that's not why.
I just have to learn how to let a man be a man.
Well, when you find a man that is a man, that's gonna happen.
That's about it.
Sorry.
That's
And then
true.
you're gonna stay in your soft girl era.
I just want to be soft.
I know it too.
Should we talk about
Yeah.
in our journals?